The following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
That song is hard not to headbang to, right?
Yes. What is up?
Hey, Antman. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm Roxy. I got Antman with me tonight.
Oh my God. So last week, I totally dropped the ball, bro. Sorry.
It's all good.
Birthdays are important, man. And, amen to the dude who ever said happy wife, happy life.
Right? Respect.
Mr. David Philbaum in the house. What's going on, man? So,
David,
welcome to RA Nation officially with my girl Roxy and yours truly, the Antman. I was going to log it into the studio tonight. It said, put your name in there. I was like, Wheezy F Antman, and I was gonna hit play, but I was like, you know what? I was like, Roxy might get mad at me. I was like, each week I'm gonna put a different name in there, so when it pops up, it's not my name, like Jeff or something.
Jeff,
Right, exactly, or Karen.
So let's meet and greet with everybody tonight. We're gonna start off with who we are, what we're about. So we got to get this thing started right and going because we want to build a super awesome community. What you got going on, Antman?
Oh, life, just hanging out, man, doing the thing. We've been doing the podcast for a while over on Antman Versus, and hit over 500 episodes with that, and was kind of like, man, I'm doing this thing by myself for like the longest time, and I was like, you get used to doing certain things a certain way, and so when you put yourself in a position to, do a co-hosting gig or anything like that, you're like, oh, I forgot what that was like. And
Adaptability.
Yeah. So similar wise, our music scene, because adaptability has been something that they've absolutely had to deal with over the last year.
Exactly. Truth. Definitely. And that's why we're here. We're trying to grow everybody together to create this adaptable community so we can walk into the dark with a light.
Yeah. You should run for president. Roxy for president 2024.
Yeah. I'm doing it. We're going to, the whole country, the whole nation. It's going to be RA Nation.
Snake Nation. Reptile Nation, right?
I did bring a snake.
I know you did. I know.
Anybody wants to see it, put it in the chat room if you want to see my snake.
we gotta put a tip jar in there.
Yeah.
Man. So, coming together to do this first, honestly, it's pretty awesome to be able to do something a little different. So pretty awesome. So thanks for that, Roxy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I've had some visions for a long while now, and I wanted to make something happen, but it had to be the right way to do it and the right timing. The lockdown happened, and so the timing was a little off. And now I couldn't think of a better time to do this as the music scene opens back up. Score 3 points.
Yes. Yeah, man. Looking at what we have going on and just looking at what we've been through, it's been ridiculous sitting back because like from our standpoint, like I can't speak for you, but myself personally, I don't play an instrument. So like writing material, coming up with material and coming up with interesting things to talk about was a unique way of doing things, even for me, after covering shows and stuff, man. What was it like for you?
Oh, it was incredibly difficult. I was out there trying to promote everybody, and then there was nothing to promote. Venues are closed down. I can't promote that. And bands are breaking up. I can't promote that. Even doing a podcast or a radio show, I couldn't do it. It was kind of non-existent for a while. So.
Yeah, I feel like, it was like each week it was like I felt like terrestrial radio. Dare I say it on this platform? Like I felt like a radio station.
Oh, snap.
But I felt, like, all right, well, I just gotta go with what I know. And I mean, thankfully, like all the artists, musicians, and everybody that we know and everybody that we knew that were creating new works, like all chipped in and we're like, yeah, so we're gonna go back to the drawing board, but we're still gonna create, we're still gonna put stuff out there. It's not exactly what we normally do, but at least we're doing it, which I mean, it got a lot of us through.
Yeah, that definitely comes back to that term adaptability and the changes that we've all endured in some way, shape, or form. We've endured something.
Yes, we have. Yep. And speaking of enduring something, I got my second vac today, so I'm like, I was nervous about the whole thing from day one, man. But to be honest with you, I just want to get back to whatever normal is these days. I'm just anything. I'm still probably going to wear my mask when I go to the grocery store, or when I see, like, sorry, no holds barred here, but if I see dirty people, I'm going to put my mask on. Sorry. Like, I don't mean to sound rude or disrespectful about it, but like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you see those people at Kroger or Home Depot or whatever, and you're like, I bet they don't.
I'm on a different spectrum with that. No disrespect to you or anybody else, but I am not planning on getting the vax, and I am not planning on, if I go into a place and I see it, I deem it necessary to wear a mask, I will. I don't do it a lot, though. I'm going to be honest. I don't have any worries about it. That's my personal opinion, though.
Yeah.
But I do want us to be able to open back up and get together and have concerts, and even just going shopping at Kroger should be, quote, normal soon, hopefully. But there's a lot of variables in this, isn't there?
Like again, like myself personally, like if I didn't have the health issues that I have, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. Like, honestly, like if I didn't have a compromised immune system, if I wasn't already damaged, like I probably wouldn't have,
I get that. I do. I get that.
I think that was my biggest factor for it. And my daughter, she was premature. And so she's got a compromised immune system right off the jump. So like, as soon as we found out about COVID and about anything like that, it kind of just knocked a lot of the regular norms out of the park, because, I can't, it's my baby, man.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to compromise that. There are different scenarios in the world, different variables, and we all
commend you, though.
Right. That's one thing I want people to understand too, is you can't just judge right off the bat. Have you walked in their shoes? Do you know what they're going through? Do you know what's happening with them? Definitely take into consideration other people. And if they have their reasons, let them.
Like if I didn't have a compromise, there we go. Sorry. Facebook, people talking in Facebook. And I didn't get a chance to get over there to hit the mute button. I just wanted to see what other people were talking about in there. Yeah, I to each his own, man. I just don't think that it should be at the forefront of every conversation now.
No. Well, being said that, let's move forward. How do we move forward? What steps can we take together to move forward?
When we sit back and we talk about it, shout out to Matt Hull, by the way, Joseph Wilker, and Kathleen Thompson. Shout out to you guys as well, listening in. The thing about it, man, is we can no longer sit here and say, all right, well, I'm just going to do what I normally do. Like the whole successful part of it. I think what we're going to have to do, anybody, I think me and you talked about it a little bit off the show, but I think at the end of the day, man, what we're going to be looking at is artists and musicians and bands. If you took this whole time off and you have nothing to show for it, like no ideas, no nothing, like if you have nothing but empty notebooks laying around your practice space and you did nothing, don't expect to get on a show now. Don't expect to try to get in where you can fit in. Like a lot of these artists and bands that I've talked to recently are like, man, look, I can't put a show together with 5-year-old material. Not anymore.
That's the truth of the facts too. Definitely.
Yeah.
And if anything, that lockdown period provided all that time to be able to produce and be creative with new products. You had time to sit down and think and be creative. You weren't as busy. You weren't on the go doing shows, doing tours, anything like that. You were able to be creative. And did you use that time appropriately?
Right.
Will that benefit you?
Right.
Most likely.
And if you didn't create anything, you still should have been participating with other people to create something, like networking, working together. There's a few people that I could give shout outs to right now. My man Mike Coletti and my man Andy from NAC, which is New Age Connect. And these guys have put together a cool thing where, for example, June 26th, they're doing a show at Flanagan's. And this show, the regular show is going to be happening, but an hour before the live show, they're actually going to have a networking opportunity. This isn't, and when I say networking opportunity, I don't mean bring your girlfriend out and get to hang out with the band. I mean, this is an opportunity for photographers, for media people like me and you, Roxy, and other people in the community that bust our ass in the community to come in and network with these artists and all these different people. So, I think that is where we're headed. We're going to have to network. We're going to have to communicate. It's going to take, if there's 4 bands on a bill, there's going to have to be 4 bands still there at 2 a.m. supporting the last band.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Networking, too, I want to bring up with that is there's going to be a lot of virtual networking happening. Our world's kind of changing, drifting into this virtual world. So that networking on virtualness is very important, too. But, yeah, going back to what you're saying, staying around for that last band, supporting that last band, because they're doing the same thing you're doing, and they're out there trying to do what they know and what they have this passion to do. So why disrespect that? That respect's a big thing for me. Respect everybody.
Yeah.
Value for value too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, a lot of people ask me, when I set out to do different things, like, how do you team up with people? Well, first off, like, you have to know your worth before you set out and try to score anything. You have to be honest with yourself, frankly, you know. uh and when you sit down and you look at what are you giving and what are you getting, and I don't just mean like, well, you bought me a soda on Saturday, and oh, well, I bought you fries on Sunday because we were at that event, so we're even. Like, no. No,
Yeah.
you know.
Scratch your back and I'll scratch mine is very minor into this the world and the industry. It's that amounts to nothing. It's more than that.
Right. Yeah. And you know, me and you both like have seen our fair share. And I mean, neither one of us have to name any names just to be able to be like, oh yeah, I know somebody. Like, because we know a lot of people between the both of us. You know, but I think it's just it takes a village, man. It's not just there's no I, you know.
Okay, so do you see this? Let's touch base on this with David here. You know what that is?
I do know what that is. Yeah. So, you know, the thing is, I have two sides to this. One, I have the father side and I have the husband side, and then I have the other side, the music professional side of me. The dad side says, or the parent side, or the responsible side of me says, well, all right, look, if I have a show on a Thursday or Friday or a Saturday and I'm a third shifter, or I have an outside job, or I have something outside of the realm that's going to cause me to leave the show early, then I am going to preemptively reach out to my bandmates and even other people in the band that are on the bill and say, hey, look, so I got a job and I need to cut out early. Leave a representative at the bar. Leave somebody at the bar to represent you. You know, handle some business cards, whatever. You know, but the premise is that, you know, yeah, you need to stay there, need to support, need to whatever, but there should be like a 2-3%. Thank you. There should be a 2 or 3% give there, I think, for the moms and the dads that are legitly like single moms and dads that are supporting. You know, like, I think there needs to be some leeway, but for the most part, like musically, like you're on it, you stay there, you know?
We definitely all have things going on in our lives, and you can't discredit anybody from that. Everybody has a life that's happening. Life happens, but you also have to maintain your responsibility. And whether that's even just one representative for your band, that's fine. You're still maintaining.
Yeah.
You just can't just drop it and be like, whatever.
Well, and to what David, you know, he said, isn't that disrespectful? Not only is it disrespectful, it's not only disrespectful to the band, like internally can cause issues in your band, but like professionally wise, the venue sees that, the promoter sees that, other bands that may not even be on the bill, that may just be in the house. You know, because other bands network differently. Other people network and work differently. And the one thing I've learned over the course of time being in the music industry, just in here and in Columbus, Ohio, you have 2.8 seconds to make an impression on somebody's mental state, no matter what. And if you're never been heard before, and you're in there and you peace out, they're not going to remember that awesome drum solo or that awesome guitar solo. They're going to remember the band that packed up and left, you know, and it trickles down, you know, and word of mouth travels faster than any social media post. I don't care who's posting it.
Yeah, you definitely have to be mindful of that factor too.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to move on. Did you see how Florida is upping the price if you haven't been vaccinated? I want to touch base on that with you. And
I knew it was going to happen. Come on, man. It was inevitable. You're going to try and tell me, like, no. I mean,
yeah, I'm talking to a buddy of mine who is a pretty big promoter in the area, and I was asking him, "Do you have any control over that?" And we was chatting about it, but basically, it's a larger marketing strategy, and it's nothing to do with the vaccine. It's a marketing strategy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The whole. I think you want to get into like a conspiracy kind of slide with me real quick?
Let's
Just
do it.
1.5 seconds. Like I think it was all just thought up. Like, oh cool, we're gonna lead the sheeple. Let's get the sheeple in here and just get them all. And I'm not gonna say I believe there's a tracking device inside my vaccine. Like there's shards of metal from a UFO in my blood now, but I mean,
well, let's just say the foundation has been laid for this.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 But so just so everybody knows that you don't have to pay extra for a ticket because that's violating HIPAA, and you have a right to not disclose your medical information. So, if Ticketmaster came to me and said, "Hey, you got to pay $1,200 to see this show, but you've been vaccinated, you only have to pay $25," no, ain't happening.
Not just $1,000, $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, a piece.
Like, that was what really tripped me up. Was like not just 1,000 like for 4 tickets. Like no, 1,000 a piece. I'm like, wait, what?
It's insane. That's a huge price jump. So definitely, yeah. Market strategy, know your rights.
Well, the fact that the governor backed the idea, even in the slightest, it may not go anywhere. Let's be real. But the thought that the governor even remotely was like, maybe.
Yeah. I have money in my pocket. Everybody likes money in their pocket, right? So
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be drinking a lot of tea and a lot of liquid like during this whole show, simply because I'm trying to stay hydrated. They said that the best thing to avoid the fatigue and body soreness and stuff tomorrow is to just stay hydrated, drink water, and all kinds of liquid water stuff. So that's what I've been doing all day. So I'm sorry if I'm like constantly like
slurp.
Right.
Did you have any symptoms at all with the first?
So I was tired. Like I was just, like kind of sluggish, but like it was a toss up between that and just being a stay at home dad. And the kids just wearing me out. Like I don't know. Like I will admit though that if I do get sick, if I get anything at all, like I've never been so excited to like get sick and get over it so I can get out and do shit. Like I'm just ready. Like, oh my God, if I have to wear my mask one more time, if I have to like, I haven't been one of those people that's been like, you need to put on your mask, sir. Like but I've been around people. I've been around people though that have like went ape shit crazy over the whole, like, you need to put a mask on. Oh, the fuck I do. Like, whoa, dude, let's, like, I just set my stuff down and leave. Like, I don't wait. I don't sit around and look for those arguments, man, because that's crazy, dude. People just get crazy.
Confrontation is unnecessary. Like, it's not a thing you should make happen.
No,
You're going out of your way to be an asshole? Good for you.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna be an asshole, I just wear a t-shirt. It just like says asshole across it, and it was like, just don't. I wore my t-shirt today, just don't. Like just don't. Like, yeah. No, but Dave mentioned that Dread Engine killed it at Shake the Ground Fest, man. And unfortunately I did not make it to the show. Like, I haven't been to a lot of these shows. Mainly because I'm paranoid, man. I'm just paranoid. Like, and there is a percentage, like, because of my accident that I was in, like, I have some anxiety and some issues, and being cooped up for this pandemic for the last year, there was a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, some social anxiety, like getting out there, taking my mask off, being around people after being told, like, oh, it's the devil. You gotta wear a mask. You can't be around anybody. You can't. So I think naturally it created a weird feeling for everybody.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that. The mental health of everybody's been disrupted in some way. And, you got used to not being out in public. So when you get used to something, it takes a minute to go back into something different. And that's for everybody. You just don't jump into cold water. It's very rare to just jump into the ice cold water like that. So we're all going to have some infliction of anxiety on us, for sure.
Yeah. And, and I think this is a good time to bring it up. We all, at the end of the day, man, we are all we have. And if it's anything that I've learned, through the pandemic and having time off and being a part of just everything, you realize in a pandemic who your friends are. You realize like who's really got your back and who's really about themselves.
Yep.
Have you had anything like that, Roxy, since the pandemic? Have you had anything like that?
Absolutely. I can definitely go into detail with that, but I think I'm not going to at this point because I'm not trying to degrade anybody.
No.
But there's been so many people that were there at my side when I was useful for them. And then their, colors definitely show through, and I got to see people for who they are. And maybe some people saw me for who I was too. Hopefully it was good. Hopefully I don't have a bad impression on anybody.
Well, like when people have, at the end of the day, dude, I don't care who you voted for. Like, I don't care if you got the vaccine. Like, I don't care your skin color. I don't care your race, your religion. I don't care who you're dating. I don't care like, at the end of the day, dude, I'm going to have your back no matter what. And I've always been that way. Like, give my shirt, give my last dollar, give my last whatever, and I don't know, man. I feel like I'm really old fashioned when it comes to that because you just don't see that shit anymore.
Yeah. And I got to point out, we got to put ourselves in the light too, because here we are after everything has died and we're still here trying to promote and help everybody that's got what they're worth. We're trying to help them. Here we are. We got your backs, like David was talking about. Antman, you have their back, David's back. So that's honorable. That's
my thing is like I get and I'll be honest, like I'll shed some light on it. So I was particularly excited about this project with you, Roxy, and the reason being is because I have always been at the forefront, and I really just wanted to let somebody pilot for a while, man. And you have to trust. It's a reliable thing. Like, you gotta trust. And so, I came to you and was like, hey, I think this is, I think this is something we can do, and like, I love your enthusiasm and your positivity. And I think, it needs to happen, like the community thing needs to happen. And so I guess before we get too far, like, tell everybody, Roxy, like, about your side of the fence and bring out your snake.
Bring out my snake. So me and Antman, we've known each other for a long time, and I used to run Rockstars Glued. If you all are familiar with that, that is so awesome because I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that project. And I can honestly blame the pandemic for that, for it getting shut down. A few other factors. It wasn't entirely. But yeah, I've always been here in this music scene, loving and supporting. And Antman had this amazing show happening in Columbus, and I was focused in the Cincinnati, Dayton area. And since we've known each other for so long, it was just, we just kind of had this groove together, this bond already that was there. And like, why not make it happen?
She's my friend.
My friend.
My friend.
So this is my other job. I run a reptile business. So this is my buddy Zeus. And he is a banana clown ball python. So I have a fondness for reptiles and snakes, and we do shows every weekend. We go and sell, we breed, we sell, we buy. And now my camera's gonna get all out of focus and whatnot. But it's focusing on the Zeus here.
That's pretty crazy. See, I don't like snakes. I'm good with this live right here. I'm good on my studio, and I'm good with you there.
Yeah, they're really awesome.
They are. Like, I'm not knocking them. I just,
Yeah, I can tell you all kinds of stuff that I've got going on with. I've got chameleons. I've got a 35-year-old Sakata tortoise who is he's about 50 pounds now. My camera won't focus. And we're breeding foxes. So we've got a lot of projects going on with that. So we're opening up an exotic pet store in Miami County. So everybody will have to come and check that out. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
See, he's totally taken my screen away from me. He's got all the clarity and I'm all fuzzy.
Yeah. Oh, so is he full grown?
He is not full grown. He's still a yearling. They get up to about 4.5, 5 feet long. And he's in blue right now, which is called in shed. So his colors are not popping right now, even though he looks really bright. He's not popping. So maybe you'll see him another time. Follow me on the TikTok. I do Roxy's reptiles in there. You'll see all kinds of awesomeness there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Like all the different filters and stuff you use, like that's pretty interesting, man.
Yep. Fun world of reptiles. Let's get this camera back.
I'm in the wrong profession. You're telling me about all the bank you and your hubby made. I was like, man, I'm in the wrong business. Like I need to get me some, wow. And I think wasn't I talking to you about ordering stuff through Amazon? I think it was can you order that through Amazon?
Yeah, definitely not a route you want to take. You want to come to us.
Right. No, but I mean,
This is what I tell people sometimes. It sounds really weird, but we're like the drug dealers of the reptile world because it's just buy, sell, trade. And the difference with us, though, we definitely take care of our critters and animals very well, like they're our own. So, yeah, but that's a whole nother community that I'm involved in. And if you want to be a part of it, check out our website or our Facebook page at Standout Serpents. But yeah, let's get back into the music community side of it and what RA Nation is about.
Man, so, long story short, I've been doing my side of things. Roxy's been doing her side of things. And frankly, from my point of view, dude, I'm just so tired of the bullshit, man. The keyboard warriorisms, the drink my Kool-Aid, wear knee pads. If you don't do what I say, if you don't praise me, the whole concept, somewhere along the way, we got way off course.
We did. Truth.
Yeah.
A lot of things have happened to lead us to that.
Oh yeah, 100. Oh yeah, without a doubt. And I think it's up to each one of us to accept at least a certain piece of responsibility. Anybody that sits back and says, "Well, it wasn't because of me," come on, man. If you took the cookie from the cookie jar, even if it was just a bite, you still took the cookie and took a bite. you know?
Yep.
So I think it's just, they need a platform where they can feel supported and backed, and no crazy idea is off the table, and I think that's where we fit in,
And we need people to voice those thoughts and opinions too. So we have RA Nation podcast, the Facebook group, and we invite everybody to come and join with us, and let's talk about it. If you've got ideas, like I said earlier, we're going to walk into the dark with a light, and we're going to do it with confidence. We're going to build this scene up. So getting together and supporting each other is the best way to go. So
you're like the Martha Stewart of the music group, you know that? Like, you're so positive and uplifting and like motivated, like Monday motivations with Roxy.
that's another idea. No.
No, I mean,
My camera. Forgive me. It won't focus.
See, there you go. Girlfriend. No.
Okay, I'm gonna stop focusing on my not focusing camera. Let's keep talking.
I posted the Facebook group or the website in the group there yonder. If you guys have not joined it, you guys can do that. 47 members strong, man, going through. And Mr. Carl Keaton Jr. up in the house. What's going on? Dale Robinson's in the chat as well. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah. Little tidbit about Carl, good buddy of mine, and he is going to be coming up on a show very soon. Was it next Monday, I believe, is where I have him scheduled. I have to look at my calendar, but he's coming up. So he's got some really awesome things happening in the Dayton and Cincinnati, and he reaches out to Columbus as well. So he's got so much going on. So next show, next Monday will be awesome. Every Monday will be awesome. I promise. We've got awesome guests, don't we?
See, and I just don't, I put her, she wears the nice stuff. I just wear hoodies and pajama pants. Like, I'm the Skype guy or the Zoom guy who's only wearing half clothes, like this half up.
Camera like Fonzie. Yes, smack it.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah,
I'm loving all you guys in here in the chat talking with us. I love that.
Yes. Show me your likes. I'll show my good leg. Come on. No. Like the original idea, of coming together and stuff like that, stomping the pavement, getting back to the old way of promotions, like leaving flyers on windshields, like taking a sticker and posting it on somebody, or like I used to work for a promotions team back in the day, and I would get 200 stickers a day to promote. And for every sticker that I put out, I made sure that if I put one, I stuck one somewhere. So for every one I gave to a person, one got stuck in that location somewhere.
Nice.
And so I got to a point where I just started attaching them to people. And like, and it was all good until it's not.
Depends on where you're smacking it too, right?
Exactly.
Where are you putting that sticker?
Well, I didn't go too crazy with it. I wasn't putting them on boobs and I wasn't putting them on asses or anything. Like, I did take a little circular sticker though and stick it on a baby in the grocery store right on his forehead. Like, I didn't pull the whole thing off, but I bent the corner back and stuck it on the baby's head.
Hilarious. Love it. It's like a slice of cheese, right?
Right. Oh, damn. That was great. That TikTok is great.
Man. So yeah, we have such big things coming up, and I'm happy to have all your guys with us for sure.
Yes, 47
So,
strong in the chat or in the Facebook group. I've been watching that daily. So, if people have questions, concerns, man, they can post all that stuff up in in the chat, man.
that's first I gotta go back to the bearded dragons. Yes, get with me. And then I gotta go to this one. Physical promo materials. So let's talk about that one real quick. It's not physical. It's all scripted kind of a link. It's got all your bio and your music and all that in it. It's not a physical promo. You don't go out to venues and hand out your kit anymore, your media kit.
I do know people that still do it, the problem is that it's unfortunately it is cheaper for an artist to go pick up SoundCloud and his favorite recording device and record and do everything himself than it is for him to go buy a website, hire somebody to do it, get the music, get the videographer, get all of it together. Like it is literally man, it's so different.
Becomes from a community collaboration into a basic you sit at your computer and put it all together. So it does make it easier. It does make it cheaper for them, definitely. Does it devalue them? Not necessarily.
No,
it's that adaptability that goes with it.
I think the personal, say you're a 4-piece band and you have somebody that you're hiring to do all that for you. You're not getting the band per se at that point. Like you're getting this person that's hired to rep the band. So instead of getting the creative minds of the 4 guys in the band and saying, hey, how would you like your flyers designed? Hey, how would you like your shirts designed? Hey, how much input do you want to have in this project? I agree with the Facebook user, you get what you pay for, and at the end of the day, physical versus electronic press kit versus physical press kit. I think some people are going to go back and forth on that. I think some of the older school people might appreciate that. I think some of the new school promoters may not because they don't have time to go through all the press kits and pick out.
Yep.
So I personally, man, after the pandemic and what we've been through, I'll take whatever I can get. Like if it's good quality, if it's something that I can take out of the folder and put on my radio show with little to no editing whatsoever, and it's properly labeled and it's perfectly ready for radio, do what you got to do.
Yep, definitely. A lot of people have done this DIY method, and it's working out really great for them. And if it does, then keep at it because that's how we're evolving, honestly. So old school versus new school doesn't mean anything's been outsourced yet. We're still making things happen. We're still growing together with this. So if you can do it, then do it to the best of your abilities.
Yeah, 100%. And there's a lot of people are like, yeah, but I don't want to feel stupid. Like, I tell everybody all the time, like, I would rather feel stupid for taking a chance than feeling stupid for not getting off my ass at all.
Exactly.
And for those people that have haters out there and people that tell you no constantly, dude, so many people told me no. So many people told me, like, you're never going to do nothing. This isn't going to be anything. Like, you need to grow up and think about it. And so many times, dude. And you can't, just don't let anybody other than you dictate your future and your direction, no matter if it's band or anything. If it's a dream, do it, man.
Definitely follow those dreams and go with what you think will work best for you guys. It's okay to lean on professionals from time to time and get their advice, but make sure that you're confident in what you're doing. No matter what, be confident and know what you're doing and keep venturing forward.
Well, some people will be like, well, fake it till you make it. I'm like,
no.
No. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Like, no. No, so much harder to do that because you have to maintain that,
You do. And then what are you representing in the end of it?
Right.
Exactly you're representing. Like,
right. Yeah. What are some of the, like, for you, Roxy, what are some of the biggest pet peeves before we get into this music video here from my man Rich Regal? And I sent you two, so I'll let you play whichever one you want to grab. But the
nice, Mark.
What about you, Roxy, and what, as far as music for you, how do you feel about it?
How do I feel about
like
the future of it?
Yeah. And, physical versus electronic press kit.
Okay, so definitely you cannot stop things from evolving. You can't. You can only adapt with it. I mean, we went from like us not we used to pick up the telephone and call each other and talk about what we're planning to do. Now people are recording entire albums on Zoom. Like the audacity of that, like you're getting like soundboards in this and everything. So technology has increased substantially. So you kind of got to get on the bandwagon with this. And I think that I love the old school way. I love the fact people handing out flyers on windshields of their cars and telephone poles. I love that idea of it. But in reality, our world's not like that anymore. People are scared to be around each other these days. So what's the best way to reach people? Virtually. So you're going to have to start investing your time. Kind of.
Go ahead. You're good.
You're good.
So every time I get a message or somebody communicating with us on Facebook, the audio pipes through real quick. So I was quick. I got it before. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to be nice and involve everybody.
I see. I understand now. I wondered for a second what that was.
Gosh. Yeah. Not playing nice with me today at all.
It's okay. We will evolve and adapt. We'll get through it.
She really is, people. She's the Martha Stewart. Like, she really is. Like, she's able to, like, you should do, like, EMDR, girl. Like, the relaxing stuff, like, with the vocals. Like, you could make us some money.
Oh, you should see me not while I'm on the show.
That's hilarious.
So we only have a few minutes left, so I want to throw this video out there and thank you for those who are joining the RA Nation on Facebook. And we would love to have your feedback and your input and your insights. So let's talk about things.
Jacqueline Matthews. Oh, I love you. Yes, exactly. Forget the digital stuff. Get out there and do the footwork. Yes.
That idea. Yes. But that's one of those things we got to work together to make it happen. We got to.
Yeah. See?
So tell us a little bit about this music video. We're going to go with violence. Tell me a little bit about it.
So my man Rich Regal, first of all, if you guys have not had a chance to check out my man Rich Regal, go over to richregal740.com today. You can check him out. And if you are interested in getting ink, he also owns Modified Studios Tattoo Gallery in Lancaster, Ohio. And if you mention Antman when you contact them before pricing, you'll get some, I think 20% off your ink or piercing if you mention Antman before your pricing through them. So make sure you do that. But my man Rich, he's been in the game for a while, not only as an artist, but a local business owner. So he's seen the ups and downs from Lancaster, Ohio. There's lots of drugs, lots of mental health issues and all kinds of different things. And my man Rich has been single-handedly holding it down for his community and his people, not only with the tattoo shop, but his music. And we were going to have him on the show tonight, but it is his wife's birthday. It's like the month of birthdays. Like my wife's birthday was last Monday, so I wasn't here. And then my man Rich scheduled the interview and then was like, well, my wife's going to be mad. And so I fully expect down the road where I'm going to be running the show, Roxy's not going to be here because her hubby is going to have a birthday and she's not going to be able to be here.
It'll happen.
You're right. It'll happen. But so everybody's been through some kind of violence or some kind of something in their life. And this song, like, I don't know. I can't. It hits, resonates with people, domestic violence or just depression and anxiety, and the song's called Violence, and I will put it out there that it is, strong imaging, so parental discretion is advised for this video.
All right, we're going to check it out, and we'll get back at the end of it, so stay tuned. Check out this video from Rich Regal, Violence.
Grew up in violence, wrong side of the law. They say hush and move in silence. Hard times all I saw. Back up on the wall, on this country road just riding. Thanking God every time I open up my eyelids. Ain't no stopping us, the top is where my mind lives. God just keep with me and got me through my time here.
Pistol locked and loaded while I'm sitting on my bed. Can't even tell you how many times I press barrel to my head, but that's too selfish, so I just keep pressing on ahead. I got a damn good life, got a home and my family fed. Why do I get so down? Cause I grew up on that violence. It really broke me down, but now I break my silence. I've taken on my crown, you can say your highness. Yeah, I'ma stick around, someday I'm the flyest. Keep on pushing, you got this shit. You can always call on Rich. I've been through the rain, I soaked it up just like a wake. Felt so much pain, but I'm here to say we got this shit. You are not alone.
I grew up in violence, wrong side of the law. They say hush and move in silence. Hard times all I saw. Back up on the wall, on this country road just riding. Thanking God every time I open up my eyelids. Ain't no stopping us, the top is where my mind lives. God just keep with me and got me through my time here.
Yeah. What I've seen and been through this pain and hit you. You cannot skip through this motion picture inside my mental. That's when I pencil. I'm made to live through 100 miles. Tears falling from a younger child. Already know this world is wild. When I lost my best friend, I'm not the same, but try to smile. For a while I sat in place. Mama loved to elevate. Stepdaddy loved to drink and everything became a blur. Me and my siblings gone away. No escaping disconnection. Neighborhood was drug infested. Though I spit the message, made me who I am today. Push the envelope to perfection. Without the struggle, there's no reflection. Without the hustle, there's no progression. From food stamps and no direction to 7 albums, I'll rip the session. Hold your head when they try to test it. You've been through it, just
I grew up in violence, wrong side of the law. They say hush and move in silence. Hard times all I saw. Back up on the wall, on this country road just riding. Thanking God every time I open up my eyelids. Ain't no stopping us, the top is where my mind lives. God just keep with me and got me through my time here.
Incredible. Wow.
Yeah, man. It's one of those songs that, honestly, I'm going to say this, and this is no, like, anybody that has experienced anything like that gets those lyrics, And if anything, it's straight to the point. You know, like this is, and I love music like that. You know, I don't really care for the music that beats around a bush. You know, and some artists kind of look at me funny when I say that, but like Rich is always to the point. He's like in and out, and you know when you walk away, you're like, damn, you know.
Yep. It's a whole nother level. You know, speaking to you on a whole nother level.
Miss Roxy, what do we got next week?
All right, so next week we have Carl Keaton with his integrated music solutions, and it's going to be a great episode. So make sure you stay tuned for that Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on W4CY Talk 4 TV and Music Familiar Productions.
Yeah. So, thank you so much, you guys, for coming and hang out with us, man. And I knew it was gonna blow through. I knew it. I knew we were gonna be all right. See, I told you.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we're out now, so we'll see you next Monday. Drop by the Facebook group, RA Nation Podcast. So drop by, let us know what you're thinking.
Yes, I hope to see you guys in the chat. Make sure you stop in. Just say hi. Just, you know, just something. Come on, man. Come see us.
Let's do it. Do it.
Do it. All right. See you, Roxy. See you guys later.
Bye, man. Bye, everybody.